What's up, guys? I think we're live. Looks like we got two people on. I can't see who you are at this point, but say hi if you want to. So I wanted to go live quick. A lot of you guys probably noticed that this week, and in one of my previous episodes, I said that I wanted to try to get more frequent videos up, and part of that is when I can, I'd like to start going live, probably on Sunday around this time, just to give updates and give guys a chance to say hi, ask questions, stuff like that, because it's been pretty busy for me, and I haven't been able to respond to the comments the way that I normally do. So, yeah, I just figured it'd be a good opportunity. What I want to cover in this particular live stream is where I'm at with the B-pillar. Anybody that's been following along knows that I'm in the process of replacing this quarter panel, but as I dove into this project, more and more things continue to pop up that were issues, and it's just all about tackling that stuff. So with all that being said, let's take a look, because I'm going to post this video just as a regular update, even if I don't have a whole lot of people on here. And also, what's up, Trip? Happy Sunday, man. I hope you're doing well. So that's another thing I wanted to say is it's kind of tough. I'm doing this mobile, so it's tough. The chat only pops up briefly, so if I miss your question, I apologize for that, and I'll try to go back and answer it after I post the video. Thomas Cornell, what's up, buddy? Good to have you on here. Appreciate it. So I wanted to go ahead and go over my update on the B-pillar. Now, I was smart and prepared to have a tripod for you guys so I could do this one-handed. Hi from Belgium. That is awesome. I love that. I was just telling my daughters, because Mama's out Christmas shopping, and I'm on daddy patrol, and I told them there could be people tuning in from all around the world, so I want your best behavior. Trip, I briefly saw what you said there. Still impressed with the level of work. Yeah, hey, Barry, good to have you on here. In regards to that, Trip, the level of work that I'm taking on, I don't know that I could do it by myself without this channel. I've said it before, the amount of people that are just so willing to offer you input and help is amazing. And then, of course, you have a great foundation. I've said it before, I'll always say it. Barry, Joe Daddy's Garage, has the best foundation and resources, content for doing this stuff. And on top of that, I mean, the guy will make time to respond to emails and things like that. So I've gotten so much help from so many people. That's the reason I can continue to push forward and do this stuff. I know that if I get in, an issue, if I come up, there's a huge hurdle I have to pass. There are people in my corner that are willing to help. And yeah, it's been awesome. It's been really, really awesome. Yeah, as Barry said, it's an awesome community, and people just want to see people get involved and take on projects like this. It's fun to sit and talk about it. So all that being said, I have the B-pillar off, and this is off of the 67 Mustang that was used as part of a donor car for my 65. And this area is pretty mangled up. And when I took this off, I thought to myself, I'm probably just going to buy a new one so that I can have this bottom intact the way, or I assume close to it should be, so that we could get it to sit properly. I'm going to have to move you guys. Whoop. Bear with me. I want to be able to get this thing to sit properly in here. And I figured buying a new B-pillar would be the best way to do that. But in talking to CJ Pony Parts, I haven't looked anywhere else, but my only option is to buy a complete set, and they sell them in 4 panels. There's an inner, an outer, and then you have to buy both the driver's side and the passenger side, and that's $200. And I'm not going to drop $200. What I think I'm going to do, at least not yet, I'm not throwing in the towel yet. Thanks to a bunch of people, one of them being Robert Adams, aka the Internal Craftsman. I've mentioned his channel in a previous episode. he sent me measurements off of his car, and I compared it to my passenger side, which hasn't been in an accident. And I know where the edge of this needs to lie. And working off of that, you know, if I can get this close to where it should be, what I'm thinking about doing is tacking this on, getting this all cleaned up, you know, getting this bottom area and weld through primer, and tacking it on, and then basically fabbing the pieces that I need while it's on the car so that everything matches up nicely. I think I can do it. You guys remember what it looked like. It looked like, you know, popcorned weld, and it was just real ugly. The new B-pillar was sitting on top of the old B-pillar. It was a mess. So that's my plan. We'll see if I can get a few areas that I have measurements for to line up where they need to be. If I can do that, we'll rebuild the bottom of this and we'll move forward. And hopefully that'll spare me having to spend $200 on, you know, a set of B-pillars that I only need half of. So that's the plan. And I'm hoping to start that this week. Now, all that being said, yeah, Barry, I agree. Rebuild this one for sure. Sorry I lost you guys for a second. We're having technical difficulties, nothing to freak out about. So, let me hop on and see if I can see what the comments are saying here. So I think I briefly saw Lunar was on here, which I want to give another shout out to him because he's another guy that's helped me tremendously over this past year. Yeah, Lunar, I got it off. And that's another great channel, Lunar Outlaws Garage. I don't know how he does the amount of stuff that he does, but he's awesome. Great guy. Let's see here. And yeah, that's another thing we can discuss. Let's see, Scott says, should you support... This is finicky. But I think I know where he was going with that. I had some different people have some concerns about the way the car was being supported while I'm doing this work. Because they said that at its natural state, obviously you would have a leaf spring that is providing tension in two different areas. And right now this car is being supported right here underneath the area, the torque box area, I believe it is, where the frame rails come down under here. And the concern is I'm going to do all this work and then I'm going to switch the way the load sits on the car. And is that going to change my panel fitment and everything? And the question to that is I don't know, but I haven't had a lot of people suggest that maybe that could be an issue, so I don't know. I am thinking about it going forward here. Again, I'm just trying to see what's going on here. Yeah, absolutely, Trip. You guys don't see the bloopers. You get to see all the mistakes. So, in a previous episode, the last episode, I showed how much moving this in affects the way the sail panel raises and all that. And, you know, Barry touched on that whenever he came up here and helped me do some work on this stuff, and we assessed the panel fitment on the car and the frame. So, I'm probably going to make some phone calls, actually. I probably will be, well, Barry, I'll probably be reaching out to you for some input on that because I do want to assess that as well. And there's a few other people I'll probably call. And again, that's another reason why, you know, I wouldn't say no fear, but I'm pretty confident in taking on this work just because, again, the community is so helpful. So I will look into that because the last thing I want to do is get all this work done, drop the car down on the leaf springs, and have things shift out of place. Yeah, okay, so Barry's already given me input, but it's tough fighting with this thing. So I wish I could just bring my computer out here. It would be so much easier. Classic Car Rebuilds. Hey, good to have you on here. So that's the basic update with everything. This week is going to be focused on the B-pillar. I would like to get the B-pillar cleaned up, fabbed, and back on. And I really hope that is the last piece that I need to figure out before actually welding stuff back onto the car. This all started with me removing the rear end from the car seeing the trunk and being like, well, I should do some fab work in here, and then realizing that I needed to get a kit. And then from the kit, I was like, well, I need to get the inner and outer wheelhouse and then the quarter panel, and it has just been a domino effect, which this stuff commonly is. But I'm ready and eager to move, you know, what I feel like forward, putting the stuff back together. I know I still have, and I did want to mention that, I do plan on finishing the fabrication on the inner brace for my fender. I haven't forgotten about that. It's just that right now this is where my focus is. This is where my motivation and drive is. So this is what I'm going to be tackling until I hit a stopping point here or complete this. Then I'll hop over back to the fender and finish that stuff up. 16 people on and 7 likes. That's more than I anticipated. Let me take a quick look, because like I said, I'm on daddy duty, so I don't want to be out here too long, although my girls are pretty self-sufficient. I appreciate you guys hopping on here. Yep, Lunar says lots of coffee all the time. That's the key to taking on all those projects. Okay, so Barry said it's possible. Measure the roof height from the rocker panels on both sides, which is what I will do, because obviously that's a good point. As I shift the car around, it might go off level, but I can always, since the rocker panels, if there's not a lot of damage there, they serve as a great foundation. I will take that into account, and I will measure that. I didn't even consider that. So that's a great starting point. Yeah, Trip, start small and grow. Absolutely. Yep, so 19 on, 11 likes. You guys are awesome. That's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Still getting a few more comments here. Seth D, I'm going through the same thing on my 68 coupe. And a lot of you guys that are commenting, I would strongly recommend that if you're not at least posting your progress on a platform like Instagram, I think you should do so, because you will generate interest, and you will get input and help from other people, or at least join Facebook groups, things like that, because you know, you can go on and research things online, but sometimes you can go down a rabbit hole where you're getting a bunch of conflicting stuff. And it's nice to just build a relationship with someone and get their input and sort of hone in on that. And it helps you make a decision and move forward. So, yeah. But looks like that's pretty much all the comments. If I missed you, I apologize. Like I said, it's kind of tough. I would like to figure out a way to get my laptop out here. Yeah, Trip, you should get on Instagram. Harvey Redmond is Rally Cat Garage, I think it is, on Instagram. And I love watching his progress. Barry's always posting his progress, which gets me excited for his videos. But it's cool to see. And people just, I mean, I go through Instagram and I look and see what people are doing. So I would highly recommend that. But all that being said, guys, that is everything I have. I just wanted to make this a quick update video, and I appreciate all you guys hopping on. It's good to see we were at 18 people on here, which is far more than I expected. I didn't think we'd be real busy. Looks like I might be having some issues. If I'm having some issues with the live, I apologize, because I just recently fixed my internet to try to get better reception out here. So if I'm in and out, I apologize. But anyway, that is everything I have for this video. And I plan on tackling the B-pillar this week. In fact, I hope I'm getting some work done today. And hopefully I will be able to get, after this, 2 more videos up this week. If not, you know, there should at least be one up Friday. And hopefully it's good progress on the B-pillar. So to everybody watching, I appreciate you guys hopping on, saying hi. It was nice having you here. And until the next episode, guys, stay driven.